Hey guys, good morning. It's 8:34 a.m. in Croatia. Got my double espresso and almonds for breakfast. We're at the beginning of a long stream with the Empire campaign. This is the 5th Empire campaign we play in Modern Empires. This one is also a special challenge, not a regular one. This one in particular is where we can only recruit one unit at a time. Lord, Hero, or local or global recruitment, only one can be done per turn. With the exception of the Regiments of Renown, which can be used normally. We also have a special on, so some shenanigans are also available. You're gonna see the start. It's looking quite interesting, especially with the change to the orcs around. The Skull Takers finally spice up the early Empire game, so it's not always just easy push for the Borderloo, do whatever you want. Makes it a little bit more unpredictable and random. Hey, Beautiful Gaming, good morning. Thanks to the host. Welcome everybody. We also hit the 500 followers on Twitter. Twitter, which I just used to announce the starting of the streams, end of campaigns, so I don't forget what's next on the schedule, and sometimes random mambo jumbo. So we have less questions in the chat, you know, about these things. Make it easier on me. So with 500 we'll have a special Greenskins campaign, which is planned after the Drowned campaign, which is next. And also on 750 there is a Norse campaign planned. There are gonna be campaigns through Twitter every 250 followers. And the factions which I usually don't play. On 1000 followers it's probably Crooked Moon. 1000 followers, but don't tell anybody. Anyways, let's go into it. We played I don't know how many, 7 hours yesterday. 34 turns, 7 hours. I will tell what's been happening when we load. It's like it, take me 2-3 months. Almonds are not healthy to eat when you're speaking, so in between turns, because you can choke. Some healthy breakfast with some almonds.
God. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the
Hey, Curious Nature, thank you for 8 months. And Tinicles, thank you too for 5 months. We had 2 treacheries, 7 chat roars, 1 handicap, 1 sabotage.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit?
This is all done through the special edition option, so I can be mad, guys. And thank you for spicing up campaign, and thank you for the support in the stream. So since we can only recruit one Lord Hero unit per turn, it made things quite more difficult. And I have to tell you guys, I like it so much that I might use this rule in some other campaigns as well.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit?
Hey Feather, thanks for the gift. Yoo-hoo. So we started the usual, defeated the secessionist force, taking Grumburg, and slowly started recruiting. And then I made a misplay. I did not expect them to send both forces there, and they did. I don't know what I was even thinking. So they stopped our recruitment, and this is where the little bit struggle started. We missed 1 turn of recruitment, combined with the sabotage on the barracks, slowed us down, which might be like 20 turns setback in the long term. As you can see, the Emperor Secessionists are still alive, and they're fortified. They're basically hiding behind the walls. So not only they're untouchable right now, but to us, but also to other factions. You see how crazy this is? Campaign with house rules, house rule like this, and already Emperor Secessionists are forced to be reckoned with. Then we had got attacked by the Skull Smashers, which were number 1 at the time, with Skull Takers number 2. And Skull Takers have spiced up the early game Empire quite a bit in this campaign. We had some tough battles against them. One was barely winnable, but managed to do it. And we're trying to, not getting overwhelmed here. We almost lost Grunburg and would have been around Aldorf, but we managed to push them a little. Now we're trying to get rid of them at Feldor, but it's very hard. We have 17 unit garrison, and they're constantly recruiting 2 or 3 armies. It's turn 34. This is Gelt's army. We lost Mortar. We lost one of the flagellants, which were Chetror, so we had to do some treachery. Thank you, beautiful game, for the bits.
60 bits.
We still have the great swords, which are also Chetror, requested by Shit Wizard. The Rubius kids are the Outriders, Chetror. We also have a Chetror Curious crew on the Still Revenge, which is a very good unit. Almost makes sense to keep this second free common militia. On the skills, we have Emperor's Finest and Pistol Corps. So this has been closing that advantage of high stats, greenskins on the early Empire units. So we have more attack and defense, and of course the Pistol Corps. The stronger ranger units, the easier we have, easier times we have against the orcs. So the crossbows shoot faster with more damage, and the other units as well. But what we really lack is a couple of mortars, which we are waiting tier 4 to get. The swords have been doing fine. We only lost a couple of units so far in big battles against. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I mean, these stats, just look at these stats, man. The swordsman has to deal with this. Unless you apply the range pressure while they're coming, the swordsman and everything gets deleted. There were 2 occasions where they just broke through the line and caused chaos. So if you don't apply enough pressure with range as they're coming, your melee units have a really hard time. We used the Sons of Sigmar when they were available to us. You have to understand the rules here, that we have to have some reserve just in case bad happens. We can't just add everything to the army. When we needed them, we used them, and then we disbanded them to recruit another unit. There is a rule of 1 unit per turn. Regiments are recruited normally, and there is also a special on. So you guys might be thinking this is a regular campaign, but in my head there are 5 different things going on what I have to play around with. And I can't even tell you what I'm playing around with, because somebody's waiting to sabotage the campaign if I said it out loud. We need to take Feldorf, otherwise we're never gonna end these orcs. I'm currently recruiting another army here, but it'll take some time. This one recruit per turn makes things quite challenging and interesting as well. I love it. I'm definitely gonna be using this house rule in some other campaigns as well. So we had to break our alliance with Bretonia because of treachery. We're at war with Emperor Secessionists, who have walled up in the other half of the Reichland, which is currently we have to ignore. The Skull Takers is a big threat. If they get 3 armies, we get stomped. So we have to play safe here. I don't intend to use Lightning Strike. So they had to be dealt with, otherwise so we might get overrun. We're at war with Skull Smashers and Skull Takers. The Skull Smashers are rank 14. We destroyed a couple of their armies. And the Skull Takers are rank 9. They only have 1 settlement, but they keep spamming 3 armies, which is quite difficult to deal with only 1 army. There is no way we can take this settlement down with Gelt, even if we had Lightning Strike. We need to get another army. We have good replenishment, better than them, but they have too much toughness for one army to be successful. This without the artillery, it's impossible. So I'm waiting for the second army before we attempt to have a large battle to end them. Once these skull takers are gone, it's gonna be much easier in this area. We have 6 trade agreements, and we do select some resources. Working on it, getting marble and iron here will be great. Midland, which enemies have been fighting this whole time, don't even want to give us trade. They're not even distrusting the Empire. Same shit for Nordland, bunch of dicks. Don't even want to trade.
So,
Estalia has done a great job here. They destroyed Clan Skryre, which is amazing. We might eventually get traded with them.
do not greet me as a friend, nor weak order.
Did I sign a non-aggression with Estalia? What happened? No, it was actually with Border Princess. Yeah. Hey, Yoz. Yoo-hoo. We do have 2 heroes. We have Bress, our warrior priest. Critical to the replenishment. A must-have in every Empire army, unless you're doing some imbalanced shenanigans with range. And we have Arkard with the Lord of Arkard, our Grey Wizard. And looks like they're gonna make a push on Wissenburg here. I have a Witch Hunter here, which I do wanna send in to meet some factions before we can use him more reliably as a spy. We need to unlock more regiments so we can have an easier time. A setback with this rule, it's huge, so we can't really risk it.
Very well, I will do this.
I can actually attack them here and they will fight us.
Smoke and mirrors.
But I think this one is better here, because this is risky. This is risky. If I had some artillery, I would have taken the risk, but without artillery, we can't risk it. Empire best way dealing with orcs is range. Orcs are supposed to have serious numbers, and how the dwarf and the Emperors always keep up is with range. Only in books, you know, they smack the war boss head and the greenskins are out. Doesn't work in the game.
Yes, into the dark.
If I had some artillery, I would have definitely made a push here. They would have stayed here, and then this would be even doable with just a couple of mortars, but we have no mortars right now,
My potential.
so we have to be careful.
Shadow wizard.
Assault unit, the most useless thing in the whole game. Oh, we were hidden here, so they made a push towards Wissenburg. I'm not even sure why they're pushing with this force. It almost looks like there's another force behind them. Wow, they're bankrupt. Yeah, they're bankrupt. At least some good news.
You called?
I mean, it's 1034, they can't spam that much with only one settlement. So we're gonna lose Wissenburg here, nothing can be done about it.
You have need
Nothing can be done with it. Might as well get some experience here. We have volley fire in 3 turns, and volley fire is a big game changer. One of the most important technologies in every. We could say this is the strongest technology they have, because the range units start to be really reliable damage dealers. Volley fire, dwarves, Empire, most critical technology there is. We are not. You don't have to be worried about fighting other Empire, because just having Emperor Finest is usually enough to get ahead. But fighting against orcs, it's very important to have that range dominance.
You found.
Might as well get some experience here. Who knows, maybe it goes 50-50 because we damage one unit.
Let the withering begin.
Yeah, we get some experience even with failing.
Let us begin.
Noon is a tier 2. We'll get more growth.
Ready.
And let's see what we have here.
Servant of Sigma.
We'll get some experience for Roman. Shirivs got killed, but if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have not taken this too. The reason why we have Noon is because the Shield Wizard is dead. That was a chance he would have survived, but that was acceptable risk. Noon had to be taken. We'll get Roman closer, so he gets some experience and maybe some items. And we attack with Guild here.
So,
We do have even more additional armor now. As you can see, the Sorcerer now have 49 armor. They start with 30, and they can get even more armor. This is just a very easy battle here, but I'm not gonna auto-resolve. We can risk losing Flagellants. They do have 19 armor, but right now we need to build a second army. We can't risk losing any units. We can only recruit one unit at a time. It probably would have nothing would have happened here, but you never know. Hey Crud, yoo-hoo! Hey Kilk.
for the Empire.
Oh, look at this battlefield. Not very often we are from this side of the battlefield, on this battlefield. Usually we are defending force on this side.
By my will alone.
This army is very weak to range, and so we wanna fight him in the open. This crossbow's here.
We are Sigma's heirs! Loaded, sir!
Here's champion. Use the outriders to harass their approach. We can also use the free component militia as well. Do we have the movement technology yet? Not yet. Free component militia are amazing at killing slower units. Especially because you can do stuff like this. And the unit has to go one side. Just getting shot from both sides. This one is a serious damage dealer.
Stalin's revenge! Sigma
But you have to understand with free component militia, don't just look at the damage.
militia!
Like one would see here, 2 armor-piercing missile damage. This is like, we tell this is like weak, the slower than crossbows. We all have to understand 120 combatants, and they fire very fast projectiles, which are very accurate. It's more deadly than crossbows. Downside is it's 90 range, but they're almost as good as swordsmen in melee. They do have less health, less attack and defense, but they can still fight almost as good as swordsmen. Of course, no shields as well, but they have guns.
Ready!
We do have 2 spears now in the army. They don't have range, so the flagellants will go in the center.
The Empire is yours! Stalin's revenge!
Yeah.
What do you mean? Moving now! Ready to smite! I will obey! For the twin-tailed comet!
We have handicap 1 active, but they are chat roars, so it's an easy work on a handicap. Unless there is a handicap 6 active, the handicap is still no penalty. Because the chat roar is more common than the handicap.
Stalin's revenge! We obey! Yes, sir! Quickly!
I am supreme.
At speed! General! Understood! Powder dry! Outriders!
I want to shoot the boss, but the shield is there.
Free company!
Hey, run.
For Heldenhammer! the name of the twin-tailed comet.
Recombo mission gets much better once they get more movement speed. Because, you know, they can do melee, but you still want to use them at range because their weapon is stronger.
The Empire endures! Balthazar Gelt!
Free company! At speed! For the Warhammer! Take the ground! Crossbowmen! Shoot! Sigmar guides us!
Armor melts!
We serve the Emperor!
Moving now!
I do not fear death! We're Sigmar's heirs!
Lord of metal!
Crossbows ready, General! The Empire endures! At speed! Sigma Exultant! By Ulrich's wrath!
Haste gold magic! I am master of Shalom!
Double time! At once! Crossbowmen! Yes, sir! Quickly! Go! For the Warhammer! We obey! Sigmar calls! Sons of Sigmar! Attack!
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Yes, sir! Quick march!
I miss Bright Wizard saying, I see wisdom in this!
Yes, sir! Quickly! I go!
Like one of my favorite lines in the game.
Heldenhammer!
Free company! No lingering!
General's my favorite lore of magic. A lot of emperors and a lot of life. The lot of life makes adds so much flavor to the game because you can use units which are not usually usable, and which is so good to support the elites as well. No, I like Beast a lot, but it's not my favorite.
I go where the winds howl.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector! Your word is my command.
Very well, I will do this. On march, I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Grey Guardian.
Student down. Tier 4 will be happening here, we'll be getting Volkmar.
Arch-Lector.
500 experience to reinforce, huh? Looks like it's flat always. Why is this even a thing? Should be promo war when they spawn, pretty much.
The Empire.
Greenskin and the Beastmen are the scum of the Empire here. They're always like kill on sight.
I refuse.
Yeah. Beastmen and the Greenskins are one of the oldest enemies of the Empire. Other than that, the Empire, the men in this area was always fighting each other. Got it, 3 more archers. It's a suicide. Without support, this army cannot hold this city. I'm happy the Karak Norn is winning here. Very happy. The Greenskins in the lore in this area were always around the mountains. I think always around the mountains. There were definitely some here as well, but it's always around the big mountains. Most of them were always like here, and of course Badlands. The forests are usually have the beastmen in it.
True servant of Sigma.
Hey, Slap, the Slappers got killed. It was a tough battle, but we couldn't save them. We do have Slappy Slapets now. Something from the sewers. An entire city districts have been ransacked by unknown assailants said to have emerged from the sewers. Property had been destroyed and entire families have vanished. Dragged into the sewers by hooded demons, if you believe the rumor smiths.
Stop pushing it.
They have not supported this. They should have marched this army here. This would be a really big problem. But good thing they didn't now.
Mirrors.
Let us begin. By the comet.
We're currently at a stalemate with the Skull Takers. Until we get a second army, nothing we can do.
I shall be victorious.
What do you seek? Relics, come.
I see.
Protector.
I don't know.
Ulrich's will.
Champion of the faith.
Is there attrition here if this is a
Praise
breach?
be to Sigma.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
So winds of magic in Nuln are tempestuous. This is the strongest possible, while in Wissenburg they're weak. You can also see it here, which this you get extra juice, while you get very little here. And sometimes this is a really crazy thing, especially for factions like the vampires.
I serve Sigma. I will go.
No peace.
Little reinforced here for extra experience here. The ruin bug is pretty common. Hey Grimwisp, thank you for 8 months. The Empire settlements look like ruins. Maybe it's just I feel like this is intentional, just to signal the coming of the Undercities and the Skaven. This can be a random thing. They test this shit. I'm pretty sure. I think this is intentional, as a what do you call it, like almost like a meme.
Tools of judgment ready. Hunt them out.
We do need another student, so we'll remove this. Once I get a volley fire, we get a significant advantage against the Savage Orcs. This is huge. The most important technology there is for the Empire. Also for the Dwarves too.
I am the Supreme Patriarch. By the comet.
We are increasing our firepower, and that's how the Empire and the dwarves dominate over the greenskins. Yeah.
I am supreme.
They do have a couple of Arab boys. I don't know why Arab boys have don't have better range.
Ready for war.
You know, they should change. They should get at least under 10 range. Makes them look very bad in the archer community.
Spearmen!
They do have archers, so the archers always target flagellants, which means we have to hide behind the shields.
Yes, sir. Spearmen!
This does it. We can put it like here, and if we have like a lot of life, it's all the better.
Ready for war!
The flagellants become quite resistant to missiles with in a proper build, so they only just weak against that while you have no build for them. I remember the more we lost in the battle. It was acceptable loss. If you've seen the battle, you would understand. There's some tough battles against these orcs. You try fighting these orcs without losses. Arrow boys do good AP, but the lack of range makes it insignificant. So I want to see another 10 range on the Arrow boys. They do all the good damage. They should not really have a lower range than the standard archer and less accuracy at the same time. They should keep less accuracy, they just should do better range. They only do good damage compared to other early archers.
Sterling's revenge!
Man, only Glade God has better AP early on the archers. So I would like to see more range on the Arab boys. Would make them actually more viable?
Understood! Free company!
Free combat militia should be as wide as possible, because not everybody can shoot otherwise, depending on terrain.
Lord of metal.
Smoke and mirrors! Chant the battle hymn!
Great swords are here. The warrior priest here.
We're Sigmar's heirs!
That brace, so handsome.
Outriders! Understood! Spearmen! Missiles at the ready! Send us out!
You can see our boys have 140 range, it's not justified. Should have a 150, if not 160 like the other archers.
For the Warhammer!
This has to change when they do a greenskin rework. 150 or 155.
Sigmar guides us!
Everybody else got changed properly, not the Arab boys when it comes to the archer units.
The Empire
These are not pistols, these are outriders. Outriders are harass damage healer.
to battle! War! No lingering! Outriders! Go!
There's a shitload of orcs there. That outro is also bullshit, man. Makes you wonder what would ever happen if we clicked it. We should pull them here so we can actually do some flanking. Their charge is just too much on our units.
Quick march! For the Warhammer! Missiles ready!
We need to apply pressure, otherwise our melee units get stomped.
For Sigmar!
Don't have all great swords to have easy time against them.
Go! To battle! Without delay! At speed!
Ulrich's wrath on them.
It's funny how they ignore the only threat unit that does threat here. It's the usual.
Crossbowmen! Formation march!
Should hold for now.
Yes, sir! Sons of Sigmar, attack! Hammer of the Empire!
The Empire endures!
This right side is not looking so good. But the pressure here was pretty good.
Crossbowmen!
Just switch some crossbows around.
Outriders!
So far acceptable damage, but look at the charge, man. This guy's just melted without the extra defense.
Finisher!
They'll never move again.
Should be fine there.
Take the ground! Outriders! By Ulrich's wrath!
Much pressure here.
Ready, General!
Pull out those spearmen.
Guide our fire! Free company! Swordsmen! Sir! I have my orders.
Bludgeon did good here.
Moving!
Even killed 38, pretty good. This is another problem here now.
Yes, General! Faster! For the Empire! Free company!
Go for a charge here.
Ready!
Be fine here. They're gonna lose frenzy.
Outriders! Flagellants! Swordsmen!
Acceptable losses here. Nobody taking too much.
Take position! Formation! March! Take the
If we didn't have the Emperor's Finest, this battle would be devastating losses. Range has to do most of the killing now against these guys. And once we get artillery, it's gonna do the most of the killing.
Quickly! Moving now! All ranks, fire! No lingering!
These guys, they get veterans, see, they become quite good. Because they have melee and range at the same time.
Go!
And we get win better because they get additional 29 armor total.
March! Powder dry!
They used to get melee attack and melee defense, but they changed it. Now they are mainly buffed as a ranged unit on the low tier. I have a couple more great swords battles like this will be much easier. The great sword armor protects them against the savage orcs. Emir.
Ulrich's will!
It's currently a stalemate between us and the Skulltakers. But the moment we bring Skulltakers down, it's gonna get much easier. Another student.
Of the faith.
Replenishment. Rank 15. Not a critical thing there. We do have Outriders and 2 free company militias though. Get new formulations. Guild unique skills are so good. So much flavor in them and good stuff as well. It's just incredible damage. Because there is 120 models. It's 114 armor, so good. Yeah, there are definitely options here, because I'm not going for Lightning Strike. The Empire has Quartermaster, So it's worth considering, but this is absolute shit, not renowned and feared. So a lightning strike is a little less value, and the quartermaster is a little less value. Empire have strong economies, so we don't really need this. The units are not that expensive. So unless you're a person that needs lightning strike, you know, to have a smoother campaign, I suggest ignore the campaign skills. Sometimes you take campaign skills on guild because the magic was underwhelming in the past, and this when you get an imbalanced army, lightning strike helps. But we are not making an imbalanced army, which means you can take 3 or 4 battle skills here. Tier 4. Now, since the changes on the guild, it can be built as a powerful damage dealer wizard, and you can still go flavor imbalanced ranged army, or you can just go quality army with him as the main damage dealer in the army. Nice to have these options.
Here to serve.
We can still get a unit here.
Awaiting
We have
orders.
no barracks here. We should start recruiting a global though. You have chat roars. The chat roars go over handicap. Probably best to get another swordsman here.
Wind of Shaman, I will.
Hold on, let's see what's the situation with the heroes. We'll get another swordsman here.
Patriarch.
The flagellants, yes, lapis, slapets. The crossmen are getting very reliable. Once you get the pistol core, I'll be getting experience faster. And the moment you get volley fire, they are almost a damage dealer, especially against soft targets.
Welcome, my country.
Let's see what kind of diplomatic options we have here.
Yes? Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy or no.
I refuse.
This is ridiculous.
Fine.
So be it.
Probably gonna lose their capital before we get trade agreement.
Sick. Surely an agreement will be reached. For are we not affirmative?
The Empire.
Ostland is a bad guy right now. We don't want to deal with Ostland. I denounce you. Oh, wrong game. What do we have here? Midland.
So, by Sigma's will.
Who co-
Welcome, my countrymen.
Bullshit, he has no money whatsoever.
Yes.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Yes.
All right.
Marienburg, huh? Was a short war there.
Surely an agreement will be reached.
They are much richer
For
than
are
the
we not
rest,
all-
and though. We had to break alliance with Bretonia. I didn't really want to do that, but traitor or treachery.
Yeah. Welcome, men of the Empire.
Karak Norn, if they win against Crooked Moon, is gonna be amazing.
No.
I can ask like 400, I think.
Very well. Greetings.
Which one does Estalia have?
Greetings. We may not be
They
the
do have money.
The
Tilia.
Do not greet me as a friend.
Ooh, Tilia has
Nor
less
are we
money than
foes.
Estalia right now. That was a surprising win here. I would love these guys to keep these mountains so we can get a good trade here. Dwarves holding these mountains is so good. We don't have to bother with it.
The nation calls. So,
Yeah, all good here. We'll be getting tier 4 here in Volkmar soon. Also trade agreement there. Stalioni's Campbell is amazing. It's like just wow, so good. Once the Skull takes a gun, yes, we'll be taking the rest of the Reichland. The Skull takers are a big problem right now. I cannot focus on secessionists. They have walls, so we have no artillery, so it's casualties guaranteed. Skaven getting destroyed without us being the main culprit. It's great because no corruption, no under empires. And if Skaven get into power, they actually quite strong on the opponent, especially once they hit tier 3 plus units. So somebody else is throwing Skaven, it's amazing. There are no wood elves level of annoying to deal with, but definitely more than the rest.
do not waste my potential. I am ready. Are you?
I trust no man.
Encountered Lothern. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement. Oh, look at
It is
this.
good to see fellow
Don't
sons
you
of the
dare
Empire
say no
stand.
now.
Of course. So, welcome, my countrymen.
Money talks, boys. Money talks. Need to just increase these numbers a bit and in the best way possible, which it doesn't cost you too much. Okay.
At your welcome. What brings
Tyrion
you
is
here?
diplomatic, so it should be easy to get an agreement with him as long as he doesn't dislike you.
Not possible.
We're pushing a military axis there.
Understood.
Okay, this is a very good looking trade. We just need to get more trade resources. With only pottery, it's very low money. We need to get resources. The best resource in this area of the map is Borlu, but we can't really go there. So marble and iron will have to do, and eventually this wine here. Wasteland has dyes and salt, pretty good for trade, but we don't want to open another front. We have to deal with Skull Takers now, and then we'll take the rest to Reichland and consider our options after that. Expansion to Talabekland will also be nice. There are fours, and I think there's another resource there. I'm not sure which one. Well, we started going east, so we're gonna have to fortify Vissland. Best way to do it is stay in the area, try to expand on the border of Vissland. I don't want to push wars on the Empire factions unless they declare war on us. So Confederation is always the preferable option. If they attack us, we'll conquer them.
Let us begin.
We'll be getting tier 4 here.
servant of the faith.
What?
I need a hero to scout here.
Moving.
I still keep taking building 3 armies.
You have need of me. Send it to the shadow.
I ain't doing that.
Now 2 armies is a difficult place to attack.
No.
But we could try ambush them.
Protector.
Use scanning.
I go where I am needed. I will do anything for Sigmar.
Ready.
On rank 16 we can get the silver bullets. A really good unit. 23 and 26 for the artillery. What do we do with tier 3 Nuln? It's gonna be nicely fortified here. I guess we could get the gunsmith. Get some mortars. Here for Reichland. Here for Reichland. I have to keep this one because we don't have the other 2. Otherwise, I could put barracks into Gromburg, and I could get the tier 4 cavalry here, so we can get the other 2 chatrors. Building buildings for the chatrors is not a top priority. It's up to my convenience. Usually, people when they request a chatror should consider requesting a unit that it's available for us. The fact that the Emperor Knights require a smithy and they're a tier 3 unit and not tier 2, it blows my mind. How badly designed this shit is. Blows my mind. The Emperor Knights should be here, or they should not require a smithy.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Sigmarite Archlector.
You know, guys, how you spell Emperor Knights, right? Hammer of Witch is amazing, yeah. The fact you can recruit a rank 9 great cannon is crazy. The cannons suffer from poor reload times, but with veterancy, battle skills and technologies, they're reliable damage dealers. To unlock Calfrance, we need to confederate one of the Empire factions, and we're working on unlocking Volkmar. The 3 legend lords of the Empire are, of course, your 3 main armies. This is interesting. Those are very good debated. Didn't expect them to come without the ambush. And looks like they disbanded some units. Volley fire, boys. 15% better reload times for pistoliers, outriders, and all missile infantry. Turns crossmen into pretty much wannabe damage dealers.
You summon me.
the comet. Pick up the pace.
You're welcome to our paradise, honored guest. A wise course.
Grey Wizard. Penumbral
How many
Pendulum.
times are you gonna fail that?
Praise be to Sigma. Going forth.
For the wisdom of the
Build walls, Karaknorm, build walls.
Ready to serve.
I am
This looks
ready.
like a retreat.
Are you? I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Why, they don't retreat? The absolute madman. You should ignore Warhammer 1. Start Warhammer 2 without, you don't have to bother buying everything else. See, you know how you're gonna like it first. The game is a big investment and it's not really for everybody. But it has enough content for thousands of hours.
By Ulrich's wrath, we are ready.
Warhammer 1 is pretty much a DLC for Warhammer 2.
Spearmen, ready.
Warhammer 1 was great until they released Warhammer 2.
Sterling's revenge.
I have nearly 3,000 hours in Warhammer 1.
Alvarez. Outriders. Sterling's revenge.
The Flagellants can deliver a charge from this area. They have 24 charge value. The extra with 19 armor, they can have 29 armor this arm.
We're Sigma's heirs.
The role of the warrior priest right now is to block enemy charge. Don't have the support skills yet. But the warrior priest is so good to support infantry and or cavalry that you might even want to consider 2 in every army. Especially if you're going heavy on either.
For Heldenhammer. Outriders. In range. Yes, sir. Moving now. Fire! We obey. Ready? Sigma guides us. Fire endures. With haste. Outriders. Sir, for the twin-tailed
No speed
comet.
tech yet, no.
Understood. Sigma calls. Taking position. Yes, sir.
They have 37 speed, we have 36.
The Emperor. No lingering. That's an order. For the Warhammer.
We should just deploy like a surprise here. Slow them down with the cavalry approach.
Quick march. Take the ground.
No, oh, he's in disarm right now.
To battle. Yes, sir. Quickly.
Those are savage ones, otherwise I would have charged them to slow them.
No lingering.
They're catching up.
Go. Yes, General. To battle. Yes, sir.
We can use the mass of the horse to stop the infantry from coming, even if we don't intend to stand in melee.
Formation, march! At speed! Outriders! Sigma guides us!
Haste gold magic.
Spearmen! Attack the
Speed them in charge.
Prepare for combat!
I am supreme.
For the Warhammer!
Ah, we have to stay now. We invested here.
It is an honor!
This is a pretty good damage here.
We are Sigma's heirs!
Bow before me. move again.
Yes, my sir. Crossbowman.
For Heldenhammer!
Holy shit, those spinning are directing the charge.
For Heldenhammer. Attack.
We have a terror on the priest.
Swordsmen. Yes, General.
Don't charge the spearmen there. They have 4 charge bonus. They brace, they don't charge.
The Empire endures. Outriders.
What the fuck did I charge them? Well, to show you guys. Because you never know who is here. That's like, you can just tell one thing once and then, you know, made it public knowledge without, you know, saying it again and again and again and again. That not always the same people watching, as there might be new people watching to see their own eyes. Oh my god, these guys are gonna get killed.
By go, Maraz.
I don't want to do 3 treacheries.
Go! Ready for battle! For the twin
Oh, man.
comet!
Goddamn flagellants. Okay, I got terrified. Okay, that was close. Oh man.
Warhammer!
Almost lost the flagellants. I can do 3 treacheries right now. The flagellants still don't fit outside Volkmar. Especially not fighting Savage Orc Begins. Fighting the Empire and the Undead, sure. Auto Resolve would have probably given us less damage here. And those spearmen got wrecked in the charge. Rank 7 they can do something, but they rarely get rank 7. Armed captives, you know, are not very lore friendly, but it's a total war thing. Not a Warhammer thing. Where it's important to the economy.
You son
My babies! My babies! What you gonna do now there? Magic bullets against no armor, no magic resist orcs.
do not waste my potential.
Regiments now can be recruited normally in this campaign, and we have chat roll, so we can go over 19.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
Also, these guys not only start rank 9 immediately, but they have stalkers, so you can hide them on the flank before start firing. They have more range than the regular handgunners. This is an amazing unit.
By Sigma.
We do have pistol core, and we have new formulations. Makes the handgunners very strong in Gelt's army. These two are not so critical. I guess we get a Quicksilver. Only peasant wizards are not in the air.
Now,
Arch-Lector. Guided by Sigma.
It's nice we get 2 battle seats. Very nice. There's this guy called Party Elite. He made everything in video regarding
Oh my
the battle stuff.
Holy shit!
We should one day watch what he actually did, but people told me that, you know, it's good stuff for the new players. I'm recommending him usually.
Sigma commands.
Yeah, the leader is always legendary, considered legendary lord. But you know, mechanic wise. Hey Foxart, thank you for 50 months.
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Now the Geld can join the harassment. Is flying.
Poland staff!
Crossbows ready, General! The Empire endures! We are ready! Sigmar guides us! Hand gunners! Show us the foe! Swordsmen! Spearmen! Ready for war!
No lingering!
Sir! Free company! Powder dry! Go! Cavalry ready! For the Warhammer! Outriders! Yes, sir!
Take position! Take the ground!
To battle!
At speed! I am master of shuttle!
At speed! Free company!
I am supreme! To battle!
To battle! At speed! Go! Moving now! Take the ground!
Well, again, quite a bit of momentum here.
Hammer! Moving!
Yes, sir!
Go!
Sigmar calls! For Heldenhammer! Understood! Yes, my lord!
By my will alone!
Yes, sir, quickly! Yes, sir, quickly! Sterling's revenge!
Wall of metal! The Empire endures! Bow before me!
Our orders? Formation! March! Moving now! Formation!
It's much better once you get some movement on these guys.
Quick march! They'll never move again!
Militia! Moving now! By Galvaras! No lingering! Moving!
Balthazar Gelt! War! We are Sigmar's heirs! Armor melts! Moving faster! Formation, march! What?
Ready!
Haste your magic! Moving now! Take position! Show us the enemy! On way! Ready for war!
A knockdown gives immunity to a lot of damage. And the character is down. Any entity really, pretty much. I've seen guys get shot by multiple bullets when they're on the ground and still survive. Let's also money these bells.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Just need to take this place and we're golden.
Protector of the weak.
Ever
Let's send
vigilant.
Roman to recruit the army.
I will go by Sigma.
Ready.
You're not right in the head.
Who calls?
We'll get this guy here.
Arch Lector. Ever onward.
We had the Shivas got killed. Roman is the second one. Scotty. Arcad Brez. Scotty is the next lord.
What?
Protector of the weak.
We will not keep him for now though. Just gonna put him in office. Because somebody's gonna have to be treasurer once Roman gets rank 5.
Champion of the faith.
It's the recruitment for the turn.
You summon me?
Ooh, Hammer of Sigma, look at this. 25 seconds, allies and self, plus 26 melee attack. This is especially crazy on the great swords. Or the demigryphs.
What
Got
orders?
Keeper on Roman, he's the treasurer after all. I have to go to Reichland to recruit new troops.
I. What? I am ready. Are you? Do not waste my potential.
I need replenishment. We are a little bit over 20% replenishment here. We lose 5% currently. We don't need metal gold to magic until we get final transmutation. So we don't have to take this right now. We already have apprentice wizard, so this is kind of irrelevant right now. What about veterancy? The crossman will be soon hitting veterancy. This one is really good. Wow. The whole package, missile damage and little time reduction. These units don't even need armor, the ones that are getting buffed. So much little time reduction for these troops. Get a horse. We're already in the air. We have a Quicksilver. Gelt is flying wizard.
Here to serve.
This is useless in this campaign. Speed for infantry, I guess we finished that, so the free combat militia is better.
So,
These guys have to use their speed.
It is good to see fellows.
Where's my artillery? I don't have any. I don't have any right now. We lost the mortar in a battle. I'm gonna be getting some artillery noon. The Chet Roar ignores handicap. They don't cost a slot in the army. That was a top battle, and too much was going on. It was acceptable loss. We managed to... if we didn't lose more to that run, I would have lost into crossbows or the swordsman. That was a big battle with lots of units.
Greetings from Sigma.
They were cut as the reinforcements. They were not with the main formation. Holy shit, look at all these wars. Hey, Tom Gap, thanks for the bits. If you're not, if you wanna see it, the rule, this is the chat roar. Handicap, it's not really a big deal unless it's like 6+. Getting invaded by the savage orcs from left and right. That's why we need to work on the second army.
Get out me head.
These guys are not savage orcs though. Why are they not getting destroyed? It looks like the Bertoni is correct to ignore that mountain. There's so many enemies and they still hold the mountain.
Yes. Make your proposal. Aye.
Well, I'm not sharing the new state of the game, but the most important thing is just take the whole Reichland in the first 5 turns, get everything to tier 3, and build walls. Last time I played, I destroyed these guys turn 9, and just fortify Reichland. With the Skull Smash and Skull Takers being a threat, the Borderlo expansion could be too risky. But fortify Reichland, destroying Crooked Moon, and these guys could be ignored right now. It's the greenskin issue right now. So Skull Smashers and Skull Takers, maybe Crooked Moon to, you know, get rid of the troublemakers so other people like you. Wait for the Confederation. But most important thing is just get everything tier 3 walled up. When you can regiment around a steam tank. Well, we're not gonna have a steam tank for a while. Listen to Fenton talking about steam tanks. We still in a civil war here.
The nation calls.
Look at this guy just gonna keep spamming here.
Grey Guardian.
It is time.
Servant of the faith, praise be to Sigma. I live to serve the Emperor.
You summon me. Yes, that will do.
They might just besiege Grumburg if they don't see us.
Wind of Shaman, I will.
We're definitely losing Wissenburg. They can reinforce with 2 armies here. It's not a guarantee they have enough movement here.
By the comet. I am in ascent.
We currently have a stalemate with Skull Takers. I need to get a second army to deal with them.
Arch Lector.
Show me the accused. Onwards for Sigma!
True servant of Sigma.
Let me think about it. No!
How this guy get Book of Usher? If Karaknor wins a Crooked Moon, we can use him against the Skull Takers. And these guys are AFK. If we could get Alliance here, we could use them against the Skull Takers.
Hear it before oath goes. No. Doubtful.
I will listen, but my time is short. I will not obey.
What? Welcome, my
Wars are not doing so good.
Valiant Lord.
Who calls?
It was Stretcher, yeah. I'll make peace. I'll make peace eventually. I lost one to Flagellants, I had to do 3 treacheries. I broke 3 with Templehof, declared war on Dut, and broke alliance with Bretonia. Hey, Gold Knight. Orc boys are no problem for the Empire. The Pagans are a little bit problematic until you get the range buffs. Now we're getting threatening again at noon. Everything story. Well, that's what's a stalemate, Foxtrot. Stalemate.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah!
Sigmarite Arch-Lector. You have need of me?
What? Moving off!
No way!
Ready to serve.
I ain't doing that!
Awaiting orders. Champion of the faith.
Get a disciplined For the priest.
What do you require?
Discipline is the best. This is his role in the army.
I am ready. Are you?
Tier 3 is critical because the handgunners. I wish this building acted as the this is like a misting. This building should act as a tier 3 and tier 4 forges, and this one should be acting as the tier 5. It's totally missed, man. This is the foundry and this is the school. So there are two things here. You still need to get the forges. This is special forges, so should be definitely containing this. The fact you have to build this and this, it's makes me sad every time. We'll drop the. We actually might need to keep the growth right now for the replenishment.
Yes?
I feel like we ignore this.
I serve Sigma.
10 beacons, but the garrison contains 2 handgunners.
Praise be to Sigma.
So we'll leave Roman there. Unless they reinforce, Grunburg should be fine. We need to deal with Skull Takers before they snowball again.
What you want? Now, very well, I will do this. I am the Supreme Patriarch.
I need to get artillery so we can get a clear advantage here. I'm working on it, you know.
Shadow Wizard.
Yeah, again, they do not reinforce this, which means easy to recover this.
Smoke and mirrors. Going forth. Farewell.
Zonk right off!
There's gonna be a rebellion in noon as well.
By Sigma.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? You call yourself the man of the empire? What the fuck is this shit? You see that as greenskins? Send help!
By Sigma's will, come.
Douchebags. Distrust the empire. What do you think about the greenskins then? You gonna sign a treaty with them?
It is time.
By the comet.
They don't even know their history, guys. Don't they know the empire was formed after a great victory over greenskins? Greenskins threatened to destroy everything with the biggest army ever, and everybody united to defeat them. And look at them, AFK. God dang.
Fallen star.
This is a nice battlefield here. I like to see more obstacles on the battlefield. It's a lot of orcs again. These flagellants might get killed. I get like 3 volleys before they get back, but it's awkward to get them back. Without a speed boost, I don't think it's even worth it after a couple of battles. You're not that desperate for a couple of shots.
Spearman! The Empire endures!
Any elevation here? Slight elevation.
Ready to smite!
I'm gonna put him in formation, we're not gonna go as wide.
For the war!
Put him like this for now. They tend to ignore the great swords unless they're big and charging.
Curse the foe! Handgunners! Spearman!
This is where we can cast some voodoo here. We can also switch on the buff to the great swords. I like this, I need minimal damage. Minimal damage because you see we're not replenishing fast enough. We still miss rank 10 warrior priest. I think we'll get a curious crew to harass, but we'll keep the other free militia as part of the formation here.
Swordsman! For Heldenhammer! We obey!
If I lose these flagellants, we're gonna have to do 3 treacheries. I'm gonna put him here. They don't have any artillery or magic, so they can stay there.
Swordsman! Soldiers of the Empire! The Empire endures!
Okay. Worst thing to do is just go wide and get charged with everything, but we don't have that good options otherwise. We have to apply enough range pressure and grind them melee as well.
Great swords! Crossbowmen!
A unit of armored cavalry would be a big deal in this battle.
Yes!
Battles like this.
Yes, sir! Quickly! Sterling's revenge!
Moving now! By my will alone! Ready for war!
Sigmar calls!
Oh, it's the voodoo guy? And that's the voodoo guy.
Outriders! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Ulrich's wrath on them!
Taking position!
No lingering! Yes! Moving! See to it!
Sterling's revenge!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
By Galmaraz!
Lord of metal! Feel my ire! To battle! At speed! Moving fast!
They did like no damage.
The Heldenhammer!
It went through the ground.
Outriders!
Take the ground!
Understood? For the Emperor!
Haste gold magic! What?
We serve the Emperor! Sterling's revenge!
Ground, boys!
Outriders! Ready!
just put him here for now.
For the Helden Hammer! Yes, my lord! Go!
And I had just a little bit more speed here.
Master of Shabbat. Formation, march! Take position!
We obey!
Quick march! For Heldenhammer! Moving now! At speed! Attack! Go! Armor melted! Moving faster! Quick march! To battle! Moving out! Now before me!
Outriders! We serve the Emperor! Quick march! Great swords! At speed!
They're coming.
On my command! Balthazar Gelt! Take position! Get them! Ready! By my will alone!
Finding range, sir! Bring it down!
They'll never move again!
Moving now! Sigmar calls!
No lingering!
Sigmar guides us!
Take the ground!
For the twin-tailed comet! Quick march! Handgunners! By Galmaraz! By Ulrich Rock!
Poland stop! Haste gold magic!
To battle!
The Empire endures! Lord of metal!
We serve the Emperor!
Ulrich's wrath!
Emperor!
Free company!
Formation, march!
Crossbowmen! Launch!
Go! Sigma! Moving faster!
Sigmar guides us!
Bow before me! Feel my fire! Now!
Battle awaits! By Galmaraz! To battle!
At speed!
The Empire endures!
Get them!
For Heldenhammer! Take aim! Yes, sir! Yes, General! Formation, march! Take the ground! In range, take the ground! Quick march!
For the Empire!
Sterling's revenge! Understood?
Sigma calls!
Remember guys, Emperor one of the weakest factions. Kappa.
Balthazar Gelt!
How I, trigger inside when I see those posts. How can they be weak as their handgunners? Minimal damage here, minimal damage. Even Gelt did very good in this battle.
Let us begin.
Grey Guardian.
Yes?
Stop that!
The reinforce here could be problematic.
Ready.
I'll get noon. The Skull Takers have taken it, so I've taken it from the Skull Takers. Skull Takers has been quite a problem so far. We're having stalemate here because the garrison is too big.
I am the
We can't really fight outnumbered too much. There's a risk of bad terrain and no artillery. Nobody recruits Emperor Knights in single player. It's a multiplayer unit. Unless you get him from a confederation or you're watching a CA stream, you won't see Emperor Knights in the game outside the garrison. It's not joke facing this many big guns in the beginning, especially as you're getting range buffs. We can handle a shitload of orc boys, but shitload of big guns is no joke until you get range dominance. They're finally out of money. Finally. Okay. Might be able to push here now. What? Looked like a crash there. The speed for the infantry.
Not likely.
I can guarantee they will not reinforce here.
There is power within prayer.
Can guarantee that.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
They can't support this many with only one settlement for too long. We have a turn 40, every 10 turn we have to break a treaty or declare a war.
Step forth, true friend of the Unground clan. Step forth, true friend
Oran.
Yeah.
Honor to your ancestors.
You're not right, Dad.
Smoke and mirrors.
Who calls?
Let us forge our faith.
It's pretty good here. They're not building walls yet.
They will be judged. Your orders?
So what are skull takers going now? That they're getting outnumbered here. Looks like they might be going towards the dwarves. Towards the dwarves. I think we got to deal with this just in case they we don't want to risk any force. The city can handle it, but I don't want to keep this guy here. It could be an underway, two of them, and there's not gonna be convenient at the time, that time to do sort it.
Zook right off.
The Empire.
So we'll deal with these rebels.
By the comet.
Should be straightforward here. I'll take on captives for the replenishment.
Follow me.
And we're gonna march
That will do.
to save the city.
Get to it.
Get the sharpshooter here. Missile resistance, missile damage, reload time reduction for the free combat militia, crossbow, handgunners, pistoliers, and the outriders units. So right now,
By the comet.
this unit has reached over 50 missile damage, which is incredible. One of the highest damage dealers in the game. the handgunners. This unit is at 54. It's a serious damage dealer as well, but at the downside of the range. The handgunners have no downside. Downside, I guess, for the handgunners could be better aim. But you can always find a way to effectively use a single unit of handgunners. Doesn't matter the terrain. And this guy's is 80 missile damage. Look at it. Look at that reload. 3.1. The downside of the Outriders is like some kind of somewhat micro-intensive. They are become a damage dealer with all now buffs, but the lack of range and they can shoot only front makes it micro-intensive. Now this unit had more range, will be less micro-intensive. But I think they actually still kept the range thingy, or it was actually changed. They used to have a range buff. Looks like with the new system they have no range buff. Remove the range buff, huh? Also, was that a real way to increase the range before? It might have been.
What?
Champion of the faith.
Almost rank 10 for the third point here. It's a little bit overpowered. Should be like 135. Not up to 12%. It's critical. Even without replenished troops, Warrior Priest would have a place in the army. I am not gonna put him on a horse unless I get a Shield of Fate.
Do not waste my potential.
This looks like a retreat.
Of Sigmar.
Here on him, yeah. I think this was a great change.
Here to serve.
33 now. Yeah, outer is all out of question here. You have the unit of flagellants in the army. I went to Confederate to get to Cal France.
Awaiting on.
Oh shit, why are they coming from that side?
By my will alone!
Shalia protects us!
Quick march! For Heldenhammer!
Ready to engage!
Take position! Formation! March!
The Empire endures! Go! Crossbows ready, General!
Moving faster! Take the ground!
To smite! Ready!
To battle! On way! Armor melts!
Chant the battle hymns!
At speed! Ready for war!
By Ulrich's wrath! Go! Spot us the target! Outriders! At speed! Take the ground! Awaiting orders! By Ulrich's wrath! Missile troops! Go! Swordsman!
That's an order! Feel
it's gonna be a lot of damage to the main army unless the reinforcements come here faster. Because we're currently missing shots as well.
Swordsman for the Emperor! By Karl Miraz! Yes, my lord! Missiles at the ready! Weapons at the
Quite
ready!
pressure there.
War!
Horsemen have decent charge, so we definitely want to go for charge. Spearmen not so much. They lost the opportunity to brace there.
Haste gold magic.
Ready for war! Sir! By Karl Miraz!
Just a really awkward deployment here. Really awkward.
No lingering
And we're gonna take double damage compared to the usual
for the
because of this awkward deployment.
Sigmar calls!
The Empire endures.
Empire is really has to rely on formations, proper deployment.
Missiles will fly!
Full and stop.
Guys are getting wrecked.
Haste gold magic.
Ready for war! Spearmen! Prepare for combat! Crossbowmen! Outriders! Yes, General! For Heldenhammer! Crossbow! The Heldenhammer! All ranks, fire! Sigma Exultant! Yes, sir!
Still have numbers, you know.
To battle!
And, should be fine here.
Get there!
Just gonna take too much damage on the main army.
Balthazar Gelt. I am master of Shamrock.
Hand gunners! For the twin-tailed comet! Up it is! Sigmar commands!
Bow before me. Ulrich's wrath on them.
Outriders! Enrage!
Swordsman dead.
In the name of the twin-tailed comet!
One more guy has to die
Our
and they're gone.
weapons are
They're dead.
yours!
Let's see into swordsman. Too much pressure on that side.
I am supreme.
About to lose another.
We obey!
No lingering.
Fucking hell, this deployment range.
My ire.
And they're under attack and they're rushing superior numbers,
Ready for war!
which is mind-boggling.
Flagellants! Sigmar calls!
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Stalin's revenge!
Moving now. Now.
For the twin-tailed comet!
We might have lost 2 units here. We definitely lost one.
Prepare for combat! Moving!
No, he's outside the arm right now.
Sigmar guides us! Shoot them! Quick march! No lingering!
What are my thoughts on Serbia? No thoughts.
To battle!
That's a little bit awkward question.
Formation, march! At speed! Take the ground! Take position!
Why you ask about such a thing?
For the Warhammer! In range! Formation! March! Quickly! No lingering! At speed! Take the ground! All ranks fire!
Holy shit, it has such a low hill there.
Moving! Fire! Understood!
Serbia makes better Kaimak than Croatia? Probably. Probably. Kaimak is a type of sour cream which you eat with meat. Lost a unit of swordsmen. Well, F for those guys. Almost lost another one. Don't Stoner, another student.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Cleanse the Empire.
Ready.
Champion of the faith.
Potion of healing, huh? Terror here.
Ever vigilant. I serve Sigma,
Oh nice, more bells here.
Arch-Lector. To battle!
Can't auto-resolve because we lose that unit to swordsman. What are my thoughts on the scan being the smartest and yet somehow the dumbest creatures? Not thoughts, not thoughts. Well, they have numbers. So, quantity over quality, you know.
Faith in the comet.
This guy is dual wielding 2 hammers yet no armor piercing. Creative assembly, what the fuck? Even here you write down here, take a little notice of armor. Where is the armor piercing? They have less armor piercing than the General of the Empire with a sword. With a goddamn sword! These guys dual wielding hammers, no anti-infantry, no anti-armor piercing. Who designed this shit?
Ulrich's wrath on them.
You don't have to give them attack, just give them anti-infantry and anti-armor. Consistency, goddammit, consistency.
Swordsman! To battle! It is an honor. Awaiting your command.
Sigma's blessing upon this. Take the ground.
Sir! Formation! March! Sterling's revenge! Spearman! For Heldenhammer!
State troops ready.
Spearmen! Ranel's aim! We're ready!
Go.
Swordsman! Yes, sir! For the Warhammer! Quick march!
Sir. Moving now.
In the Emperor's name!
Outriders.
Swordsman! By Ulrich's wrath!
Missiles at the ready.
Formation! March!
What the hell?
Sterling's revenge!
I am a test donation if the damn PayPal and or credit card works. Cheers.
Yes, Pinocchio, cheers.
Moving now.
No lingering.
Where the hell are the greenskins? We got Bella here, right?
Yes, General.
Bow before me. Obey.
Go. Formation march. At speed. Yes, sir. Quickly.
For the Empire. Ready.
Sigma calls. No lingering. Taking position. Moving now. No lingering. Yes, my lord. Taking position. Quick march to battle. Outriders. Yes, sir.
Formation, march! Fallen staff! They'll never move again. Attack! No lingering!
Outriders! Shoot them!
Get them! Charge! Moving faster!
Oh my god.
Quick
Have
march!
you seen that shit?
For the Emperor!
Shit. What the
I am supreme! I am master of Shabon. Sealed by fire.
Take the ground!
Chef, thanks in months.
Outriders! Formation march!
Go!
Yeah, the orcs are making it a little bit more spicy now. I like the change.
At speed!
It's too easy before.
Ready? Quick march!
No!
Outriders! Taking position! Ready to smite!
Quick march! We are Sigmar's heirs! Go! Yes! Fight them! The Empire endures!
Outriders! In Sigma's name!
By my will alone! Formation, march!
Rest of the Empire is here, boys. What you gonna do now, Greenskin? Where are your numbers now?
Free company! Yes! Militia!
Execute, execute,
Taking position!
execute.
Free company! Free company!
Execute.
To battle!
Outriders!
Moving now! Take the ground!
Yes, my lord! By Galvaraz! Militia! Quickly!
Execute.
Fire! Fire! For the Warhammer!
Balthazar Gelt!
Free company! Take the ground! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Moving faster!
For the twin-tailed comet! At speed!
At speed!
Eldrium.
Sterling's revenge!
Law of metal!
Handgunners! Free company! Take the ground! Yes, sir! Ready? Moving now! Sorcery! Sterling's revenge!
Execute.
At speed! To battle! Yes, sir! Quickly! We serve the Emperor! Free company! Formation! March! Moving now!
Battle awaits!
Sterling's revenge! Fight for France! No lingering! Militia! Powder dry!
And continue recruiting Roman's army. Well, there's a lot of orcs to kill. Make it interesting now. Just fight them all. Eventually gonna overcome them.
Following Sigmar's path.
I am ready. Are you?
true servant of Sigmar. Forward in his name.
Cleanse the Empire.
The orcs are only threatening until you get range dominance. Build walls everywhere and slowly grind them out. That's like perfect lore there.
Smoke and mirrors.
If it were up to me, I would triple the orcs.
You called?
Let me think about it. No!
Yes?
I serve Sigmar. Your word is my command. Here to serve.
Yes? I trust.
It's another student. So we got the relic field all researched. This is the income here right now. It's only 5 turns though. Get that while it's still being somewhat valuable. Volkmar will be available about 7-8 turns.
It is time.
We're getting artillery up in noon. Get some mortars. Problem is this place does not fit. This is really bad, really. I have to put like 0 thought into this. As there's a resource here, I'm gonna go walls, industry, resource. So you can't really fit barracks, but this is making it even worse here. So you can even recruit stuff like handgunners. This building should really be implemented into this building. It's just shit design.
The Celestial College implores.
Wissenland is an economic province. Known artillery school for the economy and resources for the economy. It's better for the economy than Marienburg. The longer campaign gets, the stronger it is. I wanna see Warhammer 3 adding 2 more slots to minus elements. Holy shit, already over 2 hours. I'm gonna take a short break, guys. Stretch my legs, gonna get another coffee.
Let us by the comet.
Praise be to Sigmar.
I'll be back in like 6-7 minutes. I'm back, boys. Okay. Where were we? Old guy BB. We have a Discipline Warrior Priest here. We should just get rid of these guys now. Have they stopped recruiting? They haven't recruited in a few turns, it seems. Let's see into swordsman here, no biggie.
Who calls?
Oh, they're back to recruit.
You're not right.
Goddamn these guys.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
This needs to require babysitting for at least 8 turns.
Who calls? Onwards.
Warrior of Sigmar.
Wind of Shaman.
Deploy an ambush here.
Follow me.
We have to also just replenish a little. When are these mortars available next turn? Let's get the garrison building here.
I am ready.
Get out me head.
Honor to your answer.
Servant of the faith.
Ready.
Protector of the weak.
Continue recruiting here.
Empire. Onwards.
I can speak. Very well.
A trade agreement with just like resources though. Let's see what's the situation with the other empire provinces. Maybe I get a confederation somewhere.
Come then. Only
These guys have lost the bell.
Can judge it. So be it.
Defensive alliance with Boris.
Yes. Surely an agreement will.
So, welcome, my.
Welcome.
These
my
guys don't really
country.
like us. They still trade with us.
It is time. My throng stand. Nope. Welcome, men of the.
Defend. Your word shall reach the Phoenix throne. Your will is done.
Illyrian without any penalties, huh?
What? Deliver your message.
Who called?
Do not greet me as a friend, nor
Never.
Yes?
do not greet me as a friend, nor
I feel like we should join a war against Dreadfleet to for this. Not just declare a war on Dreadfleet in the next 10-turn treachery.
My hero. Were it not for the kind heart.
More ranks.
You summon me.
3 more ranks here. 3 more ranks. Warrior Priest is should be built as a melee expert. With the Shield of Fate and the Fate's Bastion, these two are pushing towards melee expert. So tanking and supporting the army. With the right resistances can be really tanky. These guys can have some serious armor now. Just need to build up melee defense and the resistances. They do want to get surrounded because of soul fire, which is bombardment around them. You have to deal with this, and this is gonna be such a huge for the economy. You can trade with Kara here and then. Even Clan Angrund and get marble and iron. Just what we need. And then finally sort the secessionists.
Champion of the faith.
I need to keep this because of growth. Otherwise, this could have been barracks by down.
Do not waste my potential. Who calls?
Since the battles are in real time, defense and armor and the resistance is better than anything else. Depends from lord to lord. The fighter skills on lords are always flavor, because the battle skills and campaign skills are just way superior in the amount of benefits you get. Yeah, I had the one sabotage this campaign, it slowed down things a bit. It was well played by Rubio. Destroyed the barracks and the garrison of Grumburg. This is good, this is good. I think we can make a push here. They're out of money. They need a sec. Haven't sec'd in a while.
Welcome, brothers, from across the Grey Mountains.
It is a little bit weird.
No fool and safe in the world.
Grey Guardian.
Now why?
What's the with the rest of these guys?
Welcome, my countrymen.
Boris finally sees the reason here. Oh shit, he lost Midland.
Sigmar's will.
Lost Midland. Mindenheim, my bad.
All right. Greetings.
Oh, that's bad.
Do not waste my time with petty talk.
Ostland is pushing again.
What? Approach us, friend, and make your offer. A weak order.
Champ. The Empire.
The true of heart. Always. I will use my gifts.
Are the listening good guys? Yes and no. Yes and no.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
It is time.
Field of Faith.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Anything.
Hunt them out.
I kneel before Eothil's tomb. Yes.
I have heard tales of your kind. Please.
I have heard tales of your kind too.
This is my land. I am ready. Are you? Let us begin.
The best one would be to go into Wissenburg. But we can make it easier if we successfully ambush. Five AP boys, 5 AP crossbows. You think we are fighting armored enemies, right? The crossbows always do high damage against the savage orcs. They don't care about armor piercing.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
But there is a successful ambush, we can do great. But if they go attack the city and mess up the reinforcement distance, it's definitely gonna be casualties.
Ready to serve.
They might have over 9 biggins.
Now,
On a ideal terrain, this is a pushover. But better reinforcements through the trees is gonna get ugly. We do have Gehenna's Golden Hounds. Sitting Doom and lots of juice. We could just play safe, put in Wissenburg. They still probably attack. If I get an ambush, it's amazing. Then we can actually destroy them. I think ambush here is worth risking.
you summon me. Step to it.
If you get a scout, then they would have to still attack Guild here. What is this? This is a grassland. We're currently also in a grassland. We don't want to get light forest. This would be bad if we get light forest here. Grassland. This is grassland. Okay. Jesus, that's a lot of beacons.
I refuse.
True servant of Sigmar.
Okay. We stay hidden and we ambush, it's amazing. We should still be fine if they discover us. But we're risking losses. 2 units probably. We're still hidden. There we go. Still hidden. Here we go. Easy game, easy life. And that's how you do it. Mercy. Mercy. There'll be no mercy against the greenskin scum. When regarding ambush stance, you can't just consider ambush stance, and it's gonna work. You have to evaluate your options, accept the risks, because more than half the time you will not get the ambush. I play safe. And I don't take unnecessary risks. I think they fixed this battlefield. Are you ready to get your ass kicked, orc? Huh? Huh? What you gonna do, Ben? She's been glitched since Warhammer 1.
Sigmar calls.
Crossbowman!
I'll take the high ground here with crossbows. But I want them to start firing immediately.
Ready to fire!
Keep the handgunners on fire at will.
By Gal Maraz! Handgunners! Ready for war!
Elevation acceptable for the gunpowder weapons here.
Sigmar guides us! Shield of faith! Ready for war! Spearman! Soldiers of the Empire!
Okay, we have the Outriders here, which we can just deploy here. I'm not gonna deploy there.
Outriders!
Just annoy the big boss a little. The Fludgeon Lance can hide in the trees here. Which faction is the best gunpowder army? It's the Emperor and the Dwarves. If you want the gunpowder. But when it comes to range now, the Clan Scryer is there. Is definitely there. They can have a serious firepower army. Just watch my Clan Scryer campaign. You should really say which Emperor, which factions have the best imbalanced ranged armies. Which is about a good thing and a bad thing. Because this is not their best compositions. The Vampire Coast lacks volley fire and firing drills, so they can be better than the Emperor and the Dwarves. And the Dwarves have Master Engineers, so and Thunderers, which makes them better than the Skaven. Glitched engineers? What do you mean glitched engineers? Engineers not glitched.
Outriders! Very well!
Go! Moving faster! They'll never move again.
That's not glitch, that's working as intended.
No lingering!
Ready!
Take the ground! At speed! Quick march! Ulrich's wrath on them! Detachments move!
The Empire endures!
I am master of Shamrock. Take position! What?
By Ulrich's wrath!
Outriders!
We serve the Emperor! The Empire endures! Swordsman!
For Heldenhammer! I am master of trouble. Balthazar Gelt!
Yes, sir! Yes, General!
Formation march!
For Heldenhammer!
To battle! Prepare for combat!
Outriders!
Armor left.
Have Terran here. When lose Frenzy, will break.
For the Emperor! We are Sigmar's heirs!
See how we can use this victory against them.
Prepare for combat!
Moving now! Shaman! Quick march! Moving faster!
Outriders!
Who's ready to fire here?
We serve the Emperor! Quickly! Detachment
Constant.
move! Yes, General!
We're getting a replenishment for this, but it's still 17 units in that garrison. Might need to push it now with the extra range. Not lower replenishment here. Just execute them. So the bullets are amazing here. They just came back to recruit. But this is the closest we have to destroy them. Might just need to push it no matter what. So the problem is this place has a lot of peaks.
I am the supreme.
You got a Zintlers Reichsguard available.
Ready.
We lose cooldowns here. I'll get that one for now.
Waste my potential.
It's now at 3 cost.
Sound off!
you summon me?
This is a big deal against the orcs.
So, Ulrich's will.
I don't want to take. Don't want to take any damage here. Zero. Zero. We have a chance now to destroy these Skull Takers finally. Breaking the stalemate here.
By my will alone!
Missiles at the ready! Great swords!
Let's not give them any quarter here. Just brutally efficient. Pew pew pew.
Outriders!
Sigma calls! Warrior priest!
Flagellants! Outriders!
Ready for war!
By Ulrich's wrath! Moving now! Powder dry!
We've seen what they have on the other one army. There's 17 unit garrison as well. Most people would not try to attack the other settlement.
Ready to
What you want to say?
taking that position! Outriders!
I am master of Shabbat.
Sigma! Conditions acceptable!
Taking position! Charge the battle hymns! Moving!
Oh my
Get down,
God.
Flux. Yoo-hoo.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Oh, the enemy used voodoo.
It is best to move.
Do you have a Feldorf in range? Please tell me we do.
I
Oh
am
boy.
ready. Are you?
27 units. 27 units. This is pretty good for the warrior priest.
Now why?
This is it, boys. The end of Skull Takers.
Smoke and mirrors!
Let us begin.
Grey Guardian!
Stop that!
We fortify Whistle and we golden.
Champion of the faith!
Yeah!
I think I take Reisger here to counter flank. Don't need the Grey Wizard.
No peace, just war.
Holy shit, we broke the stalemate. Without artillery. No words, no artillery breaking the stalemate against savage orcs. Who needs artillery, right? Oh my god, look at this battlefield.
Ready for war!
Emperor's might! Reichsguard Knights!
By Ulrich's wrath! Free company!
By Ulrich's wrath!
For Heldenhammer!
Yes, sir!
We lost the artillery in the fight. Just stay away from this hill so the pigs don't come here. Like, this is like perfect area to deploy. Chat roar goes over handicap. Please guys, if anybody asks about the handicap, just use the chat roar command. Because this has been over 100 times now. 100 times easy. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 chat roars in this army. So if the handicap was 5, then we would be at 19.
Empire marksman! We are Sigmar's heirs!
I think those 2 spinning will be good here. The rise got just go where the pigs go.